Well, hello, everybody. Thanks for letting us come into your living room tonight. I am, of course, Carla Christopher, former poet laureate, current arts and cultural community liaison for York City, and the fabulous and fearless host of Culture in Maine, York's weekly cultural showcase. If you're not following us on Facebook or Twitter, please stop what you're doing, get on your phone, find us at facebook.com/Culture in Maine or twitter.com/Culture in Maine, and then get back in your chair and check out this week's episode, which includes a visit with Readers Theater. Yes, we've got theater going on this season. Readers Theater is a group of senior citizens who reenact the fabulous fun radio plays, dramas, or classic theater from yesteryear and bring it into the community. They operate out of York Little Theater, and they're an amazing program. We also have poetry by the exotic Jade Darling coming to us from the southern part of the county. We have a really amazing musician, the smooth R&B sounds of T. Shaw, who will also be part of the Freddie Jackson concert and the Benefit for Hope that's going to be happening August 2nd at the Strand Capitol. And then we have a rather controversial interview that I almost didn't show you. It's a young musician named Cody Kilburn, and he came on to perform some music and to talk to us about his battle with recovery. Now, before you send in your cards and letters, Cody freely admitted that he is struggling with staying in recovery. But because he is a very talented young musician, and because he very much wants to be the man he knows that he can be, I chose to air his interview, and I chose to air his performance. I also choose to send the best wishes, the good luck, and the full support of this team and community to Cody and to his friends. I think he has a message that is worth hearing, even though it can at times be painful or even distressing to watch. Now, if you are struggling with addiction, if you are struggling with issues that are causing you to have problems with using drugs or alcohol, there is help available. Please stay tuned after the show. We'll have numbers for you. We'll have websites that you can visit. Don't quit quitting. It's never too late to start over. So ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax, and enjoy this very special and heart-filled episode of Culture in Maine.
Culture in Maine.
It is a place where the truth should be carried.
The arts and music scene really shows what people are about.
Share what's going on here in York.
It makes you feel like a family.
Local art has a face that most people can relate to.
Our community up here that sticks together.
Art is art.
Great potential with great artists, poets, singers, writers, directors, filmmakers. It's fantastic.
Everyone has a story to tell.
That moment, you have to capture that moment and share it with the rest of the world.
Showing something that maybe has not been seen before.
Without art, what is life?
I am art. I've been art ever since I was born.
It really adds a great deal to our community.
We don't really need art to exist, but you need art to live.
Culture in Maine is important, and I think playing out is important, and playing open mics and playing wherever you can play. It's all about us all checking in with each other.
I'm Judy Wolfman, and I am the official director for the York Little Theater's Readers Theater Troupe. A lot of people don't know what that is, so let me very quickly give you an overview. Readers Theater is something that people who have been on stage love because they do not have to memorize lines. And basically, that's what it's all about. But we have to really know how to read with expression. And we've integrated facial expressions and gestures to go along with it so that we can create a good story or a good little act. The scripts that we do are predominantly from old radio scripts, and the people that we perform for love them. It kind of makes them remember the days when they listened to the radio. No television. They had no pictures in front of them. They had to use their imagination. So Readers Theater, the troupe has really gotten a hold. We started out with just a very few people. Now we're up to 10 very good performers. Just about all of them have had a stage experience, so they know what performing is all about. Now, we're going to let you see a couple of examples. We generally put on a 45-minute skit or show, whatever you want to call it, and we'll just give you a couple of segments so that you can get that feel that we hope you will understand what Readers Theater is all about. And so the first skit you will see is being done by Connie Stell and Bill Jones from the old radio show, The Bickersons.
John, turn over on your side. Go on. Stop it.
What is it, Blanche? What's the matter?
What about me? What am I to do when you grind away all night like a buzzsaw? I never sleep at all.
You were asleep when I came home last evening from my lodge meeting.
What time did you come in?
I don't know. Put out the light.
You said you'd have 1 drink and be home by 10.
Well, I had 10 drinks and got home at 1. You know where I was all the time. Now don't start beefing about it.
Well, when am I supposed to talk to you? You rush away in the morning and come home in the night when I'm sleeping. Sit up and talk to me, John.
Blanche, I'm dead tired. I don't know what time I came home, but I was in the kitchen for over an hour.
I know. And I suppose you left a mess in the kitchen.
No mess.
I hope you locked the door. The cat got out 3 times last week.
Cat won't get out tonight.
Where'd you put him?
In the bird cage.
The bird cage? Where's the canary?
In the cat.
John Bickerson. How about the fishbowl? Did you heat up the water for the new baby goldfish?
I heated his water, gave him his pablum, burped him twice, and changed his diaper. Would you put out the lights and let me sleep?
Why are you so cross and disagreeable all the time, John?
Because I'm exhausted.
That's not true. You'd rather stay up the whole night carousing with your roughneck friends. Just kills you to spend the night with me.
Oh, it doesn't kill me.
It's a funny thing that I don't need anybody else. I'm always satisfied just to be with you.
Well, you're in better company than I am. Good night, Blanche.
Keep it up, John. Never mind a kind word or a compliment. Just work me to death like a slave, pick at my meals, and complain about my cooking.
I never complain about your cooking.
Then why didn't you eat that pie I made for you tonight?
I did eat it. I ate every bit of it.
You didn't like it.
I couldn't chew it. The undercrust was like cardboard.
Undercrust? That pie didn't have any undercrust. I gave it to you on a paper plate.
Well, the plate tasted better than the pie. Blanche, don't make pies anymore. I hate pies and cakes, especially that orange meringue broccoli cream cake you make. Don't make me any more desserts.
I cook for you. I scrub for you. I sew for you. Do I get any thanks?
Thanks.
Thanks. That's all the thanks I get. Don't do me any favors. I'll never let you kiss me again as long as I live. Not until you apologize.
Apologize for what? What have I done?
It's what you haven't done. You haven't told me you love me for years. Why don't you say it? You're sorry you married me.
Because I'm not.
Am I the only wife in the world for you?
You're the only wife in the world for me.
You're lying. Swear.
I swear I'm lying. I mean, I'm not lying.
Well, that's no way to swear. Say it nicely.
You're the only wife in the world for me.
Really, John?
Really. I wouldn't have another wife like you for anything. Now, Blanche, let's go to sleep. Good night, Blanche.
Good night, John. I'm Connie Stell, and I found out about the Readers Theater through a friend of mine who is also a member of our troupe, Hester Lehman. And I'm so excited that she brought me into this because I'm having so much fun with Judy and the rest of the gang.
Hi, I'm Bill Jones. I found out about York Little Theater Readers Theater after my performances in A Christmas Carol this past December. Our director, Judy Wolfman, saw the show and enjoyed it, enjoyed my performance, not to brag or anything, but Judy contacted me and asked if I would be interested in coming and trying some scripts for the York Little Theater Readers Theater. So that's how I got involved in this.
Well, we don't have to memorize lines, and we don't have to worry about props and sets, and it gives us freedom to go to a lot of different places and set up very easily. We've been going to a lot of senior centers and nursing homes, so it has a nice, easy way about performing that doesn't require a lot of stress on our part.
Yeah, I think what Judy, what Connie mentioned about the venues, being able to pick up the show and go on the road to various places without a lot of other details that you have to worry about, like sets and props and costumes and what the stage is going to look like and all that kind of stuff. So that's certainly one of the pluses. And also the scripts, the different shows that we can do with Readers Theater. We do quite a few of the old-time radio or old television shows, like the one we just did from the Bickersons, one that I had never heard of before doing Readers Theater. Some of the others we do I've heard of before and always enjoyed, but the Bickersons was new to me. So it's a nice way to get some of those old-time, good, clean, pure comedies out there to the community that could be a dying thing if there weren't groups like this that could put those kinds of shows on.
The next skit is one that Connie Stell does very well, where it's a senior citizen's lament. And I think when you hear it, you'll understand why we say it's a lament.
Thought I'd let my doctor check me because I didn't feel quite right. All those aches and pains annoyed me, and I couldn't sleep at night. He couldn't find no real disorder, but he wouldn't let it rest. What with Medicare and Blue Cross, it wouldn't hurt to do some tests. To the hospital he sent me. Thought I didn't feel that bad. He arranged for them to give me every test that could be had. I was fluoroscoped and cytoscoped, my aging frame displayed, stripped upon an ice-cold table while my gizzards were x-rayed. I was checked for worms and parasites, for fungus and the crud, while they pierced me with long needles, taking samples of my blood. Doctors came to check me over, probe and push and poked around. And to make sure I was living, they wired me for sound. They have finally concluded. The results have filled a page. What I have will someday kill me. My affliction is old age.
Our troupe, as I said earlier, was from York Little Theater. We've been traveling all over the county, and we've done a lot of performances, and we have a lot more coming up. If anybody knows of a program that they're interested in having, you can get in touch with either York Little Theater or me. Judy Wolfman, and my email address is the best way to reach me, jbwolfman@verizon.net. We'll work together on getting a date, a time, and then we'll come to you and give you a very fine performance. There is no fee involved. Don't think I'm soliciting. But we would like to have you make a donation to York Little Theater, if that's something that you can handle. Thank you.
Mirror, you say you know, you understand, but how can you when I don't? Made a very conscious decision not to let my heart feel again. I fought it, fought you, and still it crept in. Feelings so strong and pure and real. Been here before, warning lights flashing, sirens blaring their warning to run. The one who knows me best screaming in my head, begging me to run, to get away. Don't look back, I heard her cries. And please, you know how this goes. I do know. Pleasure slowly sinking into despair, joy into agony, laughter into tears. When I gave you my heart, I begged you to read the warning label, handle with care. Fragile, I will shatter. You said you knew, and still you ask more of me than I could bear. You promised it was for us, but afterward I looked and all around me were shards. And the tears began to flow, and I knew it was too late. The damage was already done, and the searing pain invaded my chest where my heart once beat. Strong and sound, you are everywhere, and I can't escape. Even in my world of calm and bliss, you are there, and with that comes the pain. And I read your words, and I am reminded that this life you are living isn't mine. I shrink into myself, hiding, trying to escape what I know will come. More tears, more searing pain, and even before the last wound has healed, it comes again, and every time it takes a part of me with it. Who is this fragile girl where a strong woman once stood, with tear-stained cheeks where a smile once lived? The image looking back at me is of a soul I almost destroyed because I allowed myself to love. Because it's your bliss. Savage lust fills the depths of my soul, animalistic desire, behaviors as I sink my teeth into the flesh of your shoulder. Fingernails dig into your back, drawing blood dripping down your spine. The way you twist your face, pain to pleasure, intensifies the lust. My need to do more harm grows. You have given your body to me. Destroy me, you plead. Use me, you beg. Desperation fills your eyes. This is your drug of choice. My role is clear. Don't stop. Take you to that familiar place until I can't endure hurting you any longer. Glassy eyes, open mouth, blissful high. And I know you are pleased with me.
All right, so we're here with poetess Jade Darling. We decided to step out under the arc of the sea, which is in the sky, just to get a little change of scenery. And Jade is an artist that tends to exist outside the box anyway. You are not exactly a traditional poet. Your stuff is really, really emotional and very deeply personal. I mean, it feels very, very personal. Is it hard to, quote unquote, get naked like that on a stage?
For me, no. I personally,
you're like, nope.
No, I don't mind. That's how I've always worked through anything that's going on in my life. It's kind of a stress reliever for me, a way just to process my thoughts of maybe a difficult situation or even very wonderful situations, but that can be kind of scary. So I try, and some people exercise, some people
right. Everybody has
their thing. Mine is to write, and it's been that way since junior high is when it started for me. When you're going through your most difficult times as a teen, that's what got me through most of my adolescence.
So you've been writing poetry since junior high.
I discovered poetry about second grade. We had to perform in front of a class, and I have extreme stage fright. And yeah, I know you wouldn't believe it, right? And so I fell in love with Shakespeare. Had amazing teachers that helped cultivate. And then it became something very personal for me, and it wasn't a class assignment anymore. It was something that I could do on my own, and it doesn't take much to have pen and paper. You can do it anywhere, and so that's something. It's very portable. I love the written word, just as a fan myself. So having people that are enjoying what I'm doing I'm kind of in awe a little bit of people's responses to what has been happening with my work. So
when you're out there performing, how do people tend to respond? Like, what are some of the things that you've encountered with people when you're performing on stage?
I have had nothing but positive. I have a lot of, I understand that you're talking to me. I could have written that. And that means so much to me, to be able to maybe help people recognize some things in themselves they might not have known how to put out there, or how to deal with, and to be able to share my process and how I got to the end of my journey for each obstacle or each success.
So even though some of the stuff that you're doing is, you do some very erotically flavored writing, and even some of the stuff you perform on the show is even some of our more for the Culture in Maine After Hours edition. And that can be very controversial. Not everybody is able to respond to that, but even that, you feel like people are hearing this stuff about dealing with abuse, dealing with trauma, dealing with these very taboo topics, the stuff that people don't tend to talk about. They're still responsive. Is it just to you having the courage to be able to say, I'm willing to talk about this?
Yes, I think part of it is that there is that, oh my gosh, I could never do that. And
did she really just say that?
Did she really just say that? I've only had one situation that somebody came up and was, you're talking about some stuff people might want to heads up about. In one of my poems, I do talk about rape. I've talked about physical abuse, because those are experiences that I have gone through personally. And it was through my writing that I was able to process some of that and deal with it in a better way. And I think having other people that have gone through that, I mean, it's 1 in 3 women in the United States is a victim of sexual assault, whether it's sexual abuse as a child or as a woman. So everybody that we know has gone through that, and I have one line in one of my poems, and I think I've gotten probably the most positive reaction from that out of anything else. Like you said, some of my stuff is a little controversial. It's a little not maybe mainstream, and there's a lot of mainstream people that those are parts of their lives that they don't necessarily talk to their priest or minister about at church, or the moms in their play group, or those taboo subjects that you might have in your heart or in your head, but you don't feel like there's anyone to share that with. And so when there's somebody in front of you that's presenting that, and they're going, that's like me, there's other people out there. I think that's why I've gotten the response. And like you said, it's very scary for a lot of people to be that open. So and I've just kind of always been an open person. So if people don't like what I have to say, then they don't have to come see me.
Right?
Yeah, or, but then you'll always have that person that will be in the back of the room with their arms folded because they don't want to be there anyway, and something will touch them. And those are normally the people that are coming up after a show going, I don't want to be here, but oh my gosh, I can't believe what you just said. And you know, you are talking to me, and that's what inspires me to keep going, is that I'm hopefully helping people with my own experiences that I've had, and just being able to bond in a way with other humans that, I don't know, in our society there's so much of, I think, alone, because everything's so digital and technical, and to have that connection with somebody you don't know but they get you so deeply, it's so. And I've had that with other poets, that there's a few that are just, after shows I feel compelled to talk to them, because I'm like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever heard.
You're incredible.
One of our favorites, Mr. Elijah, and yes,
Elijah Pearson,
yes,
previous show guest.
Yes, he's just, every time he reads, it's just rips your heart out, but in like the best possible way. And he actually came up after a show and was like, I love your work, and that to have another artist appreciate what you do that has been probably one of the highlights of my performing so far. So.
A moment in time. You invited me to your safe place. I would have never asked. It is yours. And so little belongs to only you. Still, you chose to share it with me. I was honored, and still I hesitated to invade your place of solitude, your sanctuary. The crisp, cool air surrounds us. I've returned to those I've desperately missed. I had forgotten how the trees feed my soul. They remember me. I stop to whisper my apologies for staying away so long, and when I look up, you are watching with great intent. Just as I watched you when the rain came, you opened your palms, reaching far above your head to claim the cleansing power of the water. We walk the trail to where the church bells ring, and for a brief moment, you allow yourself to dream of the day when the bells would ring only for us. Sharing the log as our seat, I close my eyes to remember this moment for as long as God will allow me. Your kiss brings me back, and I open my eyes. Hello. A smile creeps across your lips. Your arms envelop me as you lower me gently, my back against the log, you above me, staring deeply, losing ourselves again. This moment belongs to us.
Ooh, nah, nah, hey. Everything's because of you, yeah, yeah. You're the sun, my dear. You make the clouds disappear. Every time you come around, I pinch myself to know if it's real. Besides that sexual way you make me feel, love, we have room to build. I used to laugh at people that talk like this, swore that they lost their minds. But here I find myself time and time saying things are the very kind. Girl, I want you here with me, every way, shape, and form. Don't worry about trying to stand no rain, I'm gonna shield you from the storm. Oh girl, I never felt like this before, feeling things are brand new. Don't quite understand what's going on, but I know that it's because of you. Because of you, baby. Love, it stays on my mind. If I search the world far wide, if I search the world far wide, I will never find no man. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna stay right here, yeah, baby. You make the sun appear. A player like me ain't used to this. I'm always in total control, but my mind is on you. You're still in my heart. Eyes that simply stole my soul. I don't regret it. Negative thoughts, you better get them. I'm right where I want to be. Deliberately and smoothly, your love is taking over me. Now that you got me, what you gonna do with me? T-Shaw is here to stay. Girl, have your way, don't delay. I can't keep my love at bay because of you, baby. Yeah, yeah, love stays on my mind. If I search the world far wide, if I search the world far and wide, I will never find no love. No, you I never seen so clear, baby, baby. You make the sun appear, my dear. Now, baby, 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 listen to what I say. You've affected me, girl, in oh such a strong way now, yeah. You found love, babe, love I didn't know was there. And like I said before, I ain't going nowhere now. No, nowhere. No, don't you worry about a thing, babe. Ooh, oh, yeah, yeah. My. Oh no, I ain't going nowhere, my dear. I'm gonna stay right here, so let's make that clear. I never thought I'd find a love, I never thought I'd know a love, I never thought I'd stay in love. And it's all because of you, baby. Yeah, yeah, love that stays on my mind. If I search the world far wide, if I search the world far wide, I would never find no love. That's why I'm gonna stay right here, right here, right here. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's all because of you, my baby. I can't seem to go through a day without thinking about that love you brought my way. What I'm trying to say is I'm gonna stay, baby, baby. You show me the way, and you make, baby, baby, my dear. Ooh, yeah, yeah. It's all because of you, yeah, yeah. That I ain't going nowhere. No.
So York is so lucky that they're about to get you. And I know that's why you initially came on the show, was because you were going to be talking about the performance that you have coming up. So why don't you just flat out tell us about that? Because I know after hearing you, the audience all wants to be there.
Oh,
so
awesome.
when do they get this opportunity?
The show will be August 2nd at the Strand Capitol.
2 days before my birthday.
Oh, and the actual day of my birthday. So
no way.
Yeah. So
you're
a Leo.
So I knew that's why I liked
Bam.
you.
That's what's up.
From the door.
Yeah.
He's a natural star.
Leo energy, you know it. Hashtag Leo. No, I'm
Ah,
but
I felt the sun shower melting my microphone.
Well, the show August 2nd at the Strand. Doors open at 6.
Nice.
And we'll feature the awesome band that's on the show, Jatan, myself, and the legendary Freddie Jackson.
Freddie Jackson.
Yeah, I would tell everybody to come out. It's going to be a dynamic night of music. You have Jatan doing that thing that is yet to be named. You know,
the genreless explosion of sound
that's gonna suck everybody in, and hopefully everybody will be new Jatan fans after that.
For sure.
I'll be doing a R&B soul. There's a little funk in there. There's a little church in there because that's just my upbringing. And then you got Freddie Jackson, you know, doing his multitude of hits.
So how do you even get hooked up with being in a Strand show? I mean, that's kind of the, you know, hello, welcome to the top of the mountain.
Right.
You know, we're glad to have you up here.
Well, I was looking for a great platform. And to be honest, it's a show that Shaw Style Productions and Climax Entertainment, the label that Jatan is on.
Racy.
Oh, yeah. Very racy. But we put it together. No, yeah, that's right. This is public access. So we put it together because we wanted the platform not only to present those caliber level acts, but to actually talk about the Hope Foundation or the Hope Organization as well.
Now, what is the Hope Organization?
Hope for Cancer Patients and Families is an org that I came across actually due to a bit of sad news that happened in my son's school. He goes to the JCC here in York, and one of the families in the 2s and 3s class, their kid actually was diagnosed with leukemia.
Oh.
So, you know, me and my wife were talking about it, and, you know, outside of the traditional spaghetti dinners or, you know, donations and stuff, I wonder what helps to fill that gap for the family, you know, because there's a lot of emotional support you need. There may be odds and ends around the house that you need taken care of. There's obviously the financial need that a family is faced with. And when I was looking for some way to help, I found hope. And it's funny that you say it that way, because that's exactly what it is. It's hope for these families. And I met with Barb Titanish, who is the managing president of the Hope, and we hit it off immediately. These people are truly salt of the earth. But the thing about those that are caregivers, they sometimes have trouble actually going out and asking for help.
Of course they do.
So after our meeting, I was convinced that what we needed to do was to find the greatest platform possible in the area to put a highlight on this great local organization that's doing things for families that you and I know. Right. And the Strand is the perfect backdrop for that. So I'm really excited. I need people to come out because we're donating a portion of the ticket sales to Hope, directly to them. So I want everybody to come out and support not just a great night of music, because everyone will be entertained, you know, everything you need to hear. And then we'll be supporting a great organization that's doing a great service.
And that seems like it's a real theme for you, the wanting to be an actual part of York. I mean, people might not know this. You might not be from here, but you've adopted York as your hometown 6-7 years ago. And since you've been here, you've been working behind the scenes to try to build this town up.
Exactly. There's so much potential here. I fell in love with York almost immediately. And you could probably hear it in my tone, but I'm a Southern boy. And
yeehaw.
Yeah, well.
Not quite that Southern. Not quite that Southern.
Not the yeehaw. But
all right.
I had some friends that did that, but not me.
Smooth from the kindergarten.
Exactly.
Okay. All
exactly. But you know, I really love it, and the community is great. My kids go to school here. We're slowly but surely getting involved and getting sort of, you know, intertwined in what's happening. And what I find is a jewel of a city with diversity and talent that people need to come out and see.
So what would you like to see happen for York? If you ruled the world, if T. Shaw ruled the world, what would you like to see happen for our city?
I don't.
Well, if the rest of the world recognized that you did. I'm just trying to bring everybody on board with Team Shaw.
Yeah, so it's not such a drastic, you know, shock to the system.
You want to ease them into it.
Well, if I ruled the world, kind of as you said, you can truly change the world through art. And we have the perfect backdrop to do that. Because if you walk around, you see everyone represented. You see every race, every upbringing, every genre of music, every style of art. You can find it somewhere in York. So I would love to somehow build not only that culture here, but build the actual brick and mortar places where people can come into York and see that. I mean, York is historical. York is as old as our nation.
That's true.
And it's amazing that you have such an important place with such talented people just kind of walking around missing each other. So I would love to make York a true art center that the nation and the world wants to come and experience. That's my evil genius plan. and this helps. I hope that, you know, everyone that can fit in the Strand gets there, and there'll be more. I mean, there'll be more Jutan. There'll hopefully be more Freddie Jackson and more national acts that people love, like Freddie Jackson, that are passionate about the arts as well. Because it's not just glamour. It's not, oh, everybody knows this person and that person. It's a passion business. Right. It's a sacrifice. It's a offering of love and passion. And I want people to come out and see that. And I want York to be the center for all arts.
Now, how did you even get caught up in the art scene? I mean, I know your background is military and technology. That doesn't generally make me think R&B crooner.
Right. Well, thank
Alter
you.
ego.
Yeah. Well, not really. It's all It's all pieces of the same guy. You know, I grew up in church, and by age 5, I remember having intense desires to be over in the music section. Like they had a corner over in the right. You know, that's where the preacher would get into it and he'd point to him.
Right.
And they hit him, you know.
Very true.
Very James Brown like.
They're ready.
But it drew me in. So from a young age, I was banging on the piano. My first trained instrument was the violin, actually. So I played the violin from 3rd grade until about 6th grade. And then I started playing the trumpet. And I fell in love with jazz, classical music, especially a lot of the 4-piece ensemble pieces that you could put together. So music has always been in the background, something that's driven me and fueled me. Even through the military, I was the guy that was known to have the most up-to-date recording equipment that you could fit in this little barracks room. And, you know, my guys would come over and put their little raps together, or I put a song together, and we put some tracks together and just invade the karaoke scene on bass, you know. So it's
the karaoke takeover.
Oh, we would take it over every night at the Edge. So it's something that I always, you know, had. It's been a part of me, and now I'm happy to actually get to do some things that matter using that medium. It's truly my passion and my love.
All right, well, I think we should hear a little bit more of that passion and that love. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, T. Shaw.
Hurt so bad, yeah. I don't wanna live without your love. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, nah, nah. Oh. As I sit here, I wonder what I'm supposed to say now. It's been a month of Sundays and nothing's changed. You know I don't wanna have to leave or see you do the same, but I can't seem to find my way back to the flame. Yeah. A moth can find its light from miles away. Does it take a longer journey to ensure our love will stay? But if you have some ideas, I'm all ears, my dear, because my fears are clear like the tears appearing down my face. Where do we go from here, babe? How love just disappeared, baby. I can't erase the past, babe. And does it have any place with now? Can we take the time? I'd be more inclined, cause I don't wanna live without you, so I live throughout this pain. This is ridiculousness, who would ever guess God's best? So blessed, we failed time's test and contemplate less. I'm tilling in my garden, it's hard to believe how long it's been. Not even sure or certain that I'm that same person from way back when. It appears the path was true, cause no matter where my travels seem to take me, the roads always lead me back to you. I don't subscribe to chance, no, not even monthly. You're all exactly where you're supposed to be. That's why I cherish every single moment at that moment that you share with me. Yeah. That's all we've got. A moment lasts for a lifetime. I never understood forever, but now I've grown into my right mind. Love can't tell time, but it should always remain. And I wanna share this love with you, so I live throughout this pain. Where do we go? How love? I can't do anything about this past we've had, baby. Can we take the time? I'd be more inclined, baby, yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't want to live without your loving. So If it hurts, I'll take it for now. I need you in my life every day. Oh, baby, baby, baby. What can I say? What can I say to make this right? I wanna make this right every night. Cause this is our life. We've got to get this thing tight. If we're gonna make it through this day until it's night. But I'll take this pain. I'll take it, baby. Ooh, I'll take it. Yeah, yeah.
My name's Cody Kilburn. I'm a musician, all-around artist, singer-songwriter.
Found the heart along the way, and she said, time apart, save the day well. And there's a lighthouse in Long Island where we'll meet again. If I can remember your name. Montauk waits for no one but you and I. Montauk waits for no one but you and I. Montauk waits for no one but you and I. You and I. You and I. Out a page of a song you used to love. Well, darling, these holes in my gloves from the ashes of cigarettes, waiting for your call on a one-way train. The smell of alcohol, it stains my parade. Montauk waits for no one but you and I. Montauk waits for no one but you and I. Montauk waits for no one but you and I. You and I. You and I. And I carry nothing back, yeah. Well, I'll carry nothing back, stand in my shoes. I'm 19 years old. I'll be 20 on March 26th. Yeah, I don't know when this airs, but I'll probably be 20 by the time. I've been doing this for a while. I mean, I decided to make it a career type thing a year ago. I had a life-changing experience, and I just knew that music was the way. This is what I was meant to do. I was meant to inspire people. What was I scared of? I was scared of being judged, you know, like I hate being judged. I hate being looked at as a freak. or something, because I'm different, you know. Like, I can stand out in front of 100 people and play music, but I can't stand like 1-to-1, you know. But I'm definitely afraid of rejection. I'm afraid of being judged. But then again, I do it anyway, so I don't really know, but it really scares the crap out of me. This next song is called Step Closer. Here it goes. Step closer. I need the sparkle in your eye. We'll start it over. I need to watch this one last time. We'll step closer. I need the sparkle in your eye. We'll start it over. I need to watch this one last time. We'll step closer. I need the sparkle in your eye. We'll start it over. I need to watch you cry. Like a baby, I'll hold you in my arms, stressed over the stars to cover up them scars. And I'll watch you bleed away your dreams, and like a tree, you'll throw it all away, just like your leaves. So step closer. I need the sparkle in your eye. We'll start it over. I need to watch this one last time. We'll step closer. I need the sparkle in your eye. We'll start it over. I need to watch you die. Into the morning with that sweater you put on me. Well, I'm going crazy for you, baby. Well, with the last note that you wrote, it's in my head, it's in my head, over and over again, over and over again. So step closer. I need the sparkle in your eye. We'll start it over. I need to watch this one last time. We'll step closer. I need the sparkle in your eye. We'll start it over. I need to watch you cry. I felt that last time I was extremely under the influence and out of my mind. The music wasn't there for me. The songwriting wasn't exactly what I wanted. I mean, it's never gonna be perfect, you know. But I want to show people who I really am, and this is me, you know. I didn't want to come in here all messed up and whatnot. Drug addiction is something terrible, and this is a message I wanted to bring to the table this time. And I still struggle, and I want everybody out there that is struggling with drug addiction to know that you're not alone. Reach out to somebody, talk to somebody, anybody, because I know how it is. It's hard, and you don't want to go down that road, man. It's jails, institution, death, and not exactly in that order. you could pick up for the first time and you could die right then and there, you know, and there's a lot of great people in this world, and a lot of them are lost due to drug addiction. I want to give hope to people. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, your sexuality. It doesn't matter. I want everybody to be equal, and I want everybody to know that we are all equal, no matter what. This is the first song I ever wrote. It's called Alice in Wonderland, like the name Alice in Wonderland, and it's about this girl. She was really, really, like, she was really pretty. She was the type of girl that danced and modeled and traveled to like New York City to do acting or whatever, and she had a beautiful voice. She could play piano. She had everything she ever wanted, and she threw it away for drugs, sex, and all types of crazy stuff. She was rebelling, and I just thought it was really sad, so I wrote her this song called Alice in Wonderland. Did you fall in your hole? You bury your soul, but you traded in for gold, and you didn't know, no. You didn't know, no. Time is lost, perception is weak. Well, is this all I've seen? Is this all I've seen? Yeah. Is this all I've seen? Yeah. Well, Alice in Wonderland. Well, Alice in Wonderland. You are lost in this kitten lake, and you are late for this day, and for this day. Well, Alice in Wonderland. Well, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. Well, did you fall in your hole? Did you bury your soul? But you traded in for gold, and you didn't know, no. You didn't know, no. right now I'm struggling. But I try to stay around the people at the house that I'm in now. They don't do drugs or anything. I try to stay away from the people that are into that. And a lot of the people that I did hang around with are gone now. Like, my drug dealer died not too long ago. And, you know, to stay sober, I should really be going to meetings, NA meetings, and whatnot. But, I've just been struggling, you know? I don't know what it is. I'm afraid for some reason to do that, but I've been trying really hard to do it on my own. I need to... it's a process. It's gonna take time. You know? But I'm not gonna let it be the death of me.
Thank you, everybody. We are so glad that we had you with us here on the corner of Culture and Maine, York's weekly cultural showcase. We'll be back again next week with more great artist profiles, behind-the-scenes footage, and visits out into the community of York and Adams County, seeing what's going on with the art scenes of poetry, music, dance, and theater. But in the meantime, please make sure you catch up on all our back episodes. Check us out on YouTube at White Rose Community TV. Check us out on Facebook, on Twitter. Send us your emails at cultureandmaine@gmail.com or visit us at wrct.tv. We want to hear your videos. We want to hear your opinions, your suggestions, and your show ideas. But mostly, we want to help entertain you and show you what a great community you are a part of. We're really glad that you chose to let us into your home, and we're really excited to bring you more fabulous art next week. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you again soon on the corner of Culture and Maine.
I'm really excited about this. I love the atmosphere, and I just want to know more about it.
I see it evolving, changing, growing, and I like it.
It's fleeting. Once it happens, once a song comes out, once a poem comes out, it'll never come out the same.
Some of Culture in Maine is documenting what's going on in a way that will have that lasting staying power.
It just breeds health, growth. It's a necessity. It's a necessity, yes.